Hi, and welcome to this episode of Worldwide Canadian. I'm Tim Clark. Today, brand new chargers. Stick around. So today I'm at the Irving Big Stop in New Minas, and looks like their new 180 kilowatt hour charger are open. They have two charging posts. One has two CCS and one has a CCS and a CHAdeMO, and they run up to 180 kilowatts. And I am now successfully charging for the very first customer here at this location. It was unwrapped. The charging had some yellow caution tape around it up until just about a half hour ago. And I just happened to be here at Bruce Hyundai across the street, getting the final repair done on my Hyundai Ioniq 5 2022. I had the radar replaced and the camera underneath the windshield. And by the way, Bruce Hyundai is a great company to deal with. So I've had lots of success with these chargers. And I love the Irving chargers. This is the third location that I've used. I used the one in St. John, the one in Enfield, and this one here in New Minas. And right across there is the existing Tesla superchargers. So it's a really convenient location here at the Irving Big Stop in New Minas. I don't even really need a charge today, but I am going to do a little bit of a charge just because it's an opportunity to test these machines out. Right now I'm just drawing 42 kilowatts. I did not precondition my car because when I got here about an hour and a half ago, these chargers were still wrapped up with caution tape. And I had been told about a week and a half ago that these would be available shortly. And they were true to the word, just about half a week later than they anticipated. But they are very reliable chargers. I've found them to be very good. And they all do have those card tap so that you can use Visa directly. So I'm very happy that these are now open here in New Minas. They do add the ability to charge at a new location that's very convenient if you're having a car serviced. And please don't consider this charging speed as something that's typical here. I was expecting a very slow speed because my battery is very, very cold. It had sat overnight unplugged, and the temperature here right now is right around -1. So definitely I'm at 56%. I just wanted to, like I said, test out this charger and also to make sure they were available before I let everybody know. So if you're planning on coming down to New Minas or now Enfield, you can download the app in advance. It's available on the App Store and Google Play. And it's the Irving EV charging app. And it does make it very convenient to charge. So I'm all finished my first successful charge. I only put in 4.5 kilowatt hours. And the total cost for that for me at this slow rate of speed was higher than it needed to be. But my next time down here, I will definitely precondition and charge a little better for sure. Hi, welcome back to this episode of Worldwide Canadian, part 2, charging at these brand new Irving EV chargers. So these 4 handles, 2 on this post and 2 on that post over there, are now open to the public. And I'm going to go through a charging process on my car. Now that it is preconditioned, it's going to be about a 53% to 80 charge. So we'll see what the speed is going to be like. So we're going to just take the handle out, plug it in, which is a one-handed job that I need 2 hands for. One moment. So I managed to plug that in now. And it's asked me to select the outlet, so CCS1. So the charger is now starting up after I selected it in the app and clicked to charge on station number 2, CCS1 handle. And it's going through its process of preparing to charge. It is about 53% total right now starting. We'll give this about 45 seconds to see what kind of speed we're going to hit. We're already at 45, which shows me that warming that battery did make a difference, because that quick charge I did earlier of about 2.5 kilowatts, was very slow. Okay, I'm up above 113 now, which is pretty good for a start on this car. And I don't need much of a charge to go to 80%. So stick around, I'll give you updates as we go. So we just hit 132 for a brief second and then back down to 113. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's telling me that it's testing to see what the car will accept. Not sure I'm actually going to be able to go up that high after 55%, but we'll see. Won't be here for long. Stick around. So these chargers list a 50-cent per minute cost, which is not too bad if you have a fast charging car. There's not a lot of advantage for the Chevy Bolt to use this one if they have the flow charger. But in this instance, New Minas is a little bit of a distance from like Colebrook, where the 62 kilowatt charge point at Nissan is. And also across the street, there's a 50 kilowatt flow charger there. This is going to make things a little easier for folks going across the valley towards Windsor, and if they're coming a decent distance. So that's a good thing to have all new charging here. So after 2 minutes, we're at 116 kilowatts on my warm battery. I've already put in 3,400 kilowatt hours. So 2 minutes would have been $1. So $1 divided by 3 should be 33 cents a kilowatt hour. So that's pretty good on average. I'll live with that as a option. Now, I'm not going to be using this one myself personally, but I know a lot of folks are waiting for this to be online. So it is conveniently located right next to the Big Stop. And so if you want to use a washroom and or have a meal or something like that, it's fairly close by. So that makes it quite convenient. I'm glad Irving is doing this. And they say they're going to be implementing more charging locations throughout the maritime provinces, and so that's a good thing. We need more of that charging for not only residents, but during the summer when we have an influx of tourists, we end up with lots more folks utilizing what's already here. Just as an update, if you could like and subscribe to this page, that would be great. It's going to help me. I'm taking a trip in January to Greece, and I'm going to be renting a electric ID3 there, or something similar. Not sure yet exactly what I'm going to get from Hertz. I'm going to see what Athens area is like in the southern part of the country there, see what their EV infrastructure is like to compare to Nova Scotia. And so stay tuned for those videos, which I'll be producing in mid to late January. So we just hit 60% and 61 now after 4 minutes. So that's pretty good. So that's $2 to get 6.6 kilowatt hours into the battery. So it's a quick charge for sure. I'm down to 97, but that's to be expected when I'm getting into the battery. I would really like to see this holding a little higher for longer, but it is what it is today. It is a little chilly out here. Earlier I thought it was a little colder than it was because I hadn't put my jacket or hat on, and it's actually 5 degrees according to the car temperature. I don't know if I believe that though. So I'm just getting ready to hit 7 minutes and 11.5 rather kilowatt hours, and that's doing great. I'm at 99 kilowatts right now at 69%, so another less than 11% to go. I'll get back to you when we're all done with the statistics. So we just hit 9 minutes to get to 74% from 53. 15 kilowatt hours in the battery, and I was running at about 100 for that little period. I'm now dropping to 94. I think the battery's going to cool itself off a little bit here as it drops, so I'm going to actually finalize this because I don't really need this range. Originally I was thinking of going to 80. We'll see. It might bounce back up or it might drop. Once it drops down a little bit, I find it less advantageous to continue to charge. So we're at 11 minutes now and put in 17.6 kilowatt hours, and we're up to 79%. Now keep in mind, when you start the charging at a lower state of charge, like at 10%, you give it a little bit more time to get the top speed and hold that speed for longer, so you're actually paying less that way. So we're going to hit 80%. We're going to complete this charge, and we did get down to 65 kilowatts, which is okay. For this charger, don't don't consider that to be the top speed. If I were to do this correctly, I'd have my battery down to just 9 or 10% left and charge, and I would get probably closer to the 170 mark as a maximum on this particular car, because this car is a standard range battery car. So far these chargers are great, and the one I used in Enfield is great, and the one I used in St. John was wonderful too. And Irving's a great company to deal with online. I will post up on the screen by now the stats and also how much it costs for this charge, so you can have an idea. But it's definitely better than paying, for instance, at Bedford Commons, where it's so much per kilowatt hour. It doesn't matter the speed there. So if you can precondition on your way here during the winter, that's going to be a positive too. It's going to save you some money and also to be lower into your battery. Thanks for watching this Worldwide Canadian episode at this new EV charger in New Minas. And if you could click that thumbs up and subscribe, that would help me to build this channel. Also, click that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new content. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Tim Clark. See you next time right here on Worldwide Canadian.